Hello and good day everyone. Seasonals are coming up, so I want to get some practice in with one of the decks I'm thinking of including in my lineup, and I also think I'll face a lot, so I want to know how to play against it. It's the Fiora Pantheon deck. It's a very strong deck that does very well on ladder right now, so I want to get some practice in with the deck, see if I want to play it, and definitely know how to play against it. The deck contains both Fiora and Pantheon, but it's mainly a Pantheon deck. Fiora is just there because she's a decent challenger minion that you can get some threats from the board, and also to bait some removal so you can get Pantheon through, and Pantheon is our main win condition. Pantheon levels by targeting allies in 5 different rounds, so a lot of the cards in the deck will be targeting allies, and also when he levels he'll get a random keyword for each round you've targeted allies, so it will become very strong with a lot of keywords, and that's how you win the game. So minions that we include in the deck, or cards that we include in the deck, I'd have to say, are Saga Seeker. It's a 1 mana faded unit. Every time you target him, he gets +1/+1, making him a real threat that your opponent has to deal with very soon. Then we play Guiding Touches. You can target an ally with it to heal it. Very good against Ravenous Flock, so your unit is no longer damaged, so Ravenous Flock can no longer hit it. And also drawing a card so your hand doesn't go empty. Mountain Goat is a very strong card. It's a 2 mana 3/2, and every time it strikes it creates a gem in hand, and the gem is a 1 mana card that you can use to target one of your allies. Then Pill Cascade is also a good card. You can target one of your allies with it, giving it +1/+1 dash round, and also drawing a card so your hand doesn't go empty. Then Petrified Broadwing is just a very strong 2 mana card. It deals with a lot of early threats. Also, we want to be targeting allies, so you need to actually have an ally on the board. And this is just a good 2-drop that you can play in almost every matchup. Then Single Combat, this deals with some smaller threats on the board. It's also very good with Fiora and with Pantheon. Pantheon comes onto the board with Barrier, and often when you attack with it, it doesn't get blocked, or you don't have the attack token at all, and you can just Single Combat to get the Barrier away and get a strike in, and also targeting him. It targets an ally whatsoever, so it's also good to get faded triggers off or to level Pantheon up. And it's also good with Fiora because you can potentially level her up with this, or even get the win condition from Fiora. So this is just a very good card. Then the Darkened Lodestone, you can equip it as a weapon, targeting an ally, and then give it +1/+1, and each time it attacks, its supported ally will also grow +1/+1. And you can also play it for 8 mana later in the game to summon Harazi, and Harazi is actually very good for control matchups, because it's a 7/7 with Spell Shield, which gives its supported ally its stats. That's a permanent buff, and also its positive keywords this round. This allows us for some big setups. It's possible to give Harazi Overwhelm with Ayula, making it so you can go for lethal, but just in general, growing the stats and giving something Spell Shield so it's harder to deal with is already very strong. We're also playing Wandering Shepherd. It targets an ally and then improvises it, giving it a random weapon, 2 out of 8, 10 choices. Some of the weapons are really good because a lot of them have keywords that are very helpful. Scout is very good for Pantheon, Quick Attack is very strong with Fiora, and generally most of the weapons are very decent. You can also give the weapons to Harazi, and then her supported ally will actually also get that keyword for that turn, so that's another benefit, and it's just a very strong minion altogether. We also play Ayula. It has been buffed recently, making it very playable, especially in this deck. It's another way to give a Spell Shield to one of your allies, especially Pantheon would really like a Spell Shield, but sometimes you can also play it on Fiora. Or you can give Overwhelm to a Saga Seeker that has become really huge, so you can actually deal damage if he has a lot of small blockers. So this is a very decent minion, also targeting an ally, leveling Pantheon. Then we play Fiora. When she kills 4 allies, you win the game. That's not usually how you win the game, though. Usually she just gets rid of some minions that you really want to get rid of. There are a lot of minions in the meta right now that you can get rid of. Norra Heimerdinger, Namis are also things you can threaten with this. So it's a very strong minion. And it will usually get your opponent to play some removal on it, and then afterwards we can play Pantheon a little more safely. Golden Aegis is a very strong card. We can target something, gives it barrier that round, and also rallies. That's one of the ways we can close out the game by doing a lot of damage in one turn. Then we play Concerted Strike. This is our way to deal with bigger units that we really need to get off the board. It also targets 2 allies, so you can trigger multiple faded units with 1 card. And it's a good reaction card in case you need to have something in your back pocket to deal with something that you really need to deal with. And then the final cards are Camp Horde Doubt. It's a very strong card. When you've targeted 4 allies in 4 different rounds against Spell Shield, Overwhelm, and Challenger, and more importantly, a very cool animation. And the overwhelm of these Challenger and Spell Shield help you to get rid of some bigger threats quite consistently, because it's hard to deal with because it has Spell Shield. And the Overwhelm also makes it so you can close out some games where you just need a little more damage to finish them off. And then the final card of the deck is Chain Vest. It's a very strong card once every in certain situations, but you definitely don't want to run more of this, because you will run out of cards if you play more copies of this, and also your hand can get clogged with spells that just target allies, but you don't have actually units to buff. So playing this as a one-off is a very good card. I will have to admit though, I took this list from an online forum where this was supposedly the strongest list of the deck, because I haven't really played Pantheon ever since he got a nerf, I think a little less than a year ago. So I'm going to try out this version, see how it does, and maybe I'll make some adjustments later. But this is the list we're going for today. We're going to play some games on Ranked, and I hope you enjoy. It's a mirror match against someone with 507 LP. In the mirror match, I'm not too familiar what we want to get. Mountain Goat seems good. I think Saga Seeker is excellent if we get it. I'm not sure if we want to keep Pantheon in mirror match, although getting it off soon might help a lot. I think we're gonna get rid of these two. Trying to find some better stuff that we can target our units with. Alright. It's decent, I guess. Let's hope he doesn't have Saga Seeker. No, he doesn't have it. On this turn we're going for Mountain Goat so we can get a gem. Our opponent has the same. Alright. He's going for Wandering Shepherd. I'm gonna play Patrician Broadwing. So that way we could target it this round with the Darkened Lodestone. Granting Fiora a buff, possibly, next turn. Although it's already a 5-2, but we can attack it with the Broadwing. We can also single combat to kill both here, but I don't think that seems very good. What do we do? We can also just skip block, play Pantheon, attack with this into that, and then we have a single combat for that turn. I think that seems good. Because if he plays his Pantheon, then we can attack it with Broadwing and then single combat with Pantheon afterwards. Yeah, I like that that play a bit more. And also now we can start making our Pantheon big, which is going to help a lot in this matchup.
My shield is yours.
That's too bad though. Bright Steel Protector. We're still going to attack just to get the we still want to target him. Well, let's first attack. He could play single combat. No, wait. He could play single combat. That would be bad for me. So we're not going to attack. We're just going to give him the Darkened Lodestone and then pass. Unless he empties his mana here, then we'll attack with it. Alright, uses the lodestone, no mana for single combat, so we can just attack with this. And now we could also attack with the Broadwing, attacking this, so we can kill it. And leave a 1-1 up that we can eventually block the 5 damage with, which seems pretty good. I think he should have passed that turn, but then he wouldn't have leveled his Pantheon. Yeah, okay, that was the reason he did it, I think. Yeah. Now let's see, what are we going to do? He already has a weapon, so I'm not really looking forward to giving Wandering Shepherd. Petrusing Broadwing could be interesting, because it can block the Mountain Goat.
Oh dear.
We can also, no, we're not going to do that. Like we could Pill Cascade this and block with it, but then if he has a Pill Cascade, he just kills it very cheaply, and I don't think that's worth it. Do we block the damage? We don't have to. We can actually let it go through, attack, and then this gets buffed to 2 and we kill this. We will go down to 10, but I think that's reasonable. I think currently we have a stronger board here. Just buff it with a gem. Even though it doesn't have damage, just getting the 1-1 and 1 attack is fine. He is going for the single combat. We can't deny it with the with our single combat. It's unfortunate. Wondering why he chose to use Pill Cascade first. Maybe he saw our Pill Cascade coming. I'm not sure. We're going to accept this, and then next turn we're just going to play Fiora. We already targeted this turn with a gem. Yeah.
For a worthy opponent.
Now let's see what my opponent plays.
What else can I fight for but life?
Ayula is actually pretty decent. He has 3 mana left, so he could equip the weapon, or he could have Pill Cascade. If he equips the weapon, we can deal with it, so let's just attack now. And if he Pill Cascades, we'll Pill Cascade in return. Yep. Alright, I don't have to play one of these now. Next turn we probably want to play Pantheon, and then maybe single combat or Lodestone, and or even Wandering Shepherd could possibly be played. And the turn after that, maybe we're gonna play an Harazi. We have some options. He's guiding touching his Nexus, so it seems to me like he doesn't have any reasonable plays here, which is very good for us. We're just playing Pantheon, putting the Lodestone on it. Oh, no. Shepherd is better. Giving it tough seems very good here. So we already have 10, 13 damage on the field. We are definitely going to be playing an Araza here though. Like, worst thing he could play is a Pantheon combined with single combat, but we still have mana for single combat after this, and we can attack before he gets to play anything, so we can buff something first. So this just seems like a good play no matter what. Especially because whatever he plays, we can just challenge with either Fiora or the Patrick Broadwing that gets buffed by Harazi.
Come out from your shadows,
This
demon.
doesn't seem...
Witness the cosmos.
I never hold
I mean,
back.
They will.
we could also go for lethal here like this. Because even if he uses like single combat, like the worst he can kill is the 2/2, and then it's still lethal with the 3 of these. And we can still Guiding Touch our Pantheon to get him to a... yeah, this just seems lethal. Well played.
I was always mortal.
Another mirror match. Isn't this against the same person? I think it is. Let's see if we can win it again. This seems good to keep. This doesn't. I wonder... like, we'll want to have a turn 2. So I think getting rid of Pantheon in favor to draw turn 2 seems good here. Because we have a... if Saga Seeker survives, then we have a very good turn 3. Yeah. He keeps 1 guard, that's fine. This is a decent turn 2. Alright. And we have Pantheon back. Alright, now we're complete. Yeah. So... preferably we would have something... no, let's just play the Broadwing here. See what he does. He goes for a goat. Yeah, I don't think we want to trade into... like, if he open attacks, we'll trade, but we won't attack into it. Because then we just give him something to use on Saga Seeker. And maybe his hand is crap and he doesn't have anything at this moment. Alright, let's do it like this. Activate and then play Shepherd on Saga Seeker. That seems decent. Oh, both are actually pretty good. I think at this stage quick attack is better. And also an higher attack rate is better. Because he also has a Saga Seeker that might prove difficult, and I don't think we can get a lot of scout attacks on right now. Although later with Pantheon the scout weapon would definitely be better, but we also have to think about here and now. I think we open attack and then Lodestone, because if we use Lodestone on the 2/2 here, then attack, he could have something like Pill Cascade or just target it in his turn, and then he can just get a free block on this. And this just seems better. And we can play Broadwing and maybe Guiding Touch this. Something like that.
Save your world. We speak with
Fiora.
blades.
Alright. Could it be correct to play Pantheon here and then Concerted Strike next turn, getting rid of the Fiora. Doesn't seem that strong to me, to be honest. I think we just... Let's just Guiding Touch our boy, make him bigger. See what we get. Yeah, Mountain Goat. We could play that, and we could still play Concerted Strike with Mountain Goat and the Saga Seeker if we really want to. Like if he plays Pantheon, it might be worth it. I'm not sure about Fiora. Petrified Birdwing. We're just going to pass for now, see what he does.
What else can I fight for but life?
Alright. I think now we're going to want to do something. We can play this, play Pantheon next turn, and then we can still use Guiding Touch on our Saga Seeker. Something like that. Like Fiora can pick off one of these three, but that's fine. We don't really care too much.
On guard.
Yeah, this is fine. Pantheon seems good now. We could activate Lodestone on him after that and then attack with these two. Something like that seems decent.
Today we say enough.
He also plays a Pantheon. How far is he? Only 2 out of 5. Oh, that's nice. We're ahead on leveling him. He's going to stun my Pantheon. That's actually not too bad. I wasn't sure if I wanted to attack with him because I'm a little bit scared of single combat. So now we just pass, that's fine. Next turn we can play Concerted Strike, so we're definitely gonna keep up mana so we can play this. A second Ayula on Pantheon here, that would... I wouldn't like that. Let's just say it like that. But then we could Golden Aegis Pantheon, level him and get an attack token in. Yeah, I mean... Now it still dies to Concerted Strike, but he might not know it. So maybe we just play Goat here, act like we don't have anything, keep mana up for Concerted Strike. Although, he could have a Concerted Strike of his own whenever he decides to whenever I decide to Concerted Strike. Well, we'll have to see. He wants to end round. That will mean he won't make use of his barrier, which would be fine for me. I think we've reached a... I think we both have Concerted Strike and we're waiting to whoever is going to pull it off first. I don't see any other reason why he wouldn't attack here.
In your lungs and the love in your heart. Live.
Yeah. We can't play Golden Aegis then because he would kill our Pantheon. Unless it gets Spell Shield from the level up, but that's a guess. Let's not take that guess. This one is the Lodestone. So we'll just attack like this. He lets it go through. And now we could Golden Aegis because we still have mana for Concerted Strike left.
Gods, demons, they all must die.
Let's see if he gets Spell Shield. He does get it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Now, let's see if I get it.
I stand this day, a man against all gods.
Okay, I got it as well. That's fine.
Cry war!
If he just attacks with this, we won't block. It doesn't life steal him. If it doesn't, he doesn't have life steal, so that's good for us. This is elusive. His doesn't, so we can just attack and win the game. He needs to have something to clear it. And it has Spell Shield and Barrier, so that's going to be hard. I'm just going to accept this. This is fine. We'll attack and we win the game. Yeah.
We must.
Like when he saw he hit Spell Shield, I was a little bit bummed. But then we hit Spell Shield and elusive, so we're stronger than that. So the only way he could possibly survive if he has Sharp Sight. No, he doesn't. All right. Yeah. Cool. So far, mirror match 2-0. That's nice. Nami Lee Sin. Yeah, we're going to face that deck when we're laddering. Let's see. Do you want to keep Fiora on this? It will allow us to play it on 4, so he will have a hard time playing Nami on turn 4. So he'll have to play it in turn 5. Yeah, but that's not... Most of them play on turn 5 anyway. I think we get rid of it. I think we just want to... Yeah, but a giant minion doesn't seem to be that great either. I'm just not sure what we want to do with Fiora. Like... let's just keep it. Let's just see how it works if we keep it. I mean, we're testing the deck. We do have a nice 1-2. The free... maybe not, but...
Peace is a trail painted with blood.
Let's at least get it to 3-4 on turn 2. Or... get gems. Because then we can play this on turn 3. Yeah. Let's do that. Usually they don't want to play on turn 2 because they want to bank the spell mana. But he will. But that's... Whatever it gets, you can just attack with the goat and it's fine.
Careful, thing tangles real easy. You're up, chum bucket.
He gets the mana, spell mana weapon. We have the attack token, that's actually very nice because then the unit only costs 1 mana. Still banking a lot of spell mana. Ooh, he goes for Nami here. And we picked Fiora. Is there a world where we don't play anything here? So even if he buffs Nami, we have single combat? Next turn. But that does mean we're not... Well, we could play Gem this turn. And we still have mana left for single combat and Fiora. I think that seems like a better play. Or Lodestone and Fiora. Yeah, I'm down to do it like that.
Surge force rides the surging tides.
He is taking some risk here. I could have built Cascade. But then again, with 1 mana he could have Momentous Choice. So maybe he's signaling me that he has Momentous Choice here. We're just gonna skip. And pass. We always play Fiora here.
They would fall by my blade.
Now we could play Lodestone on this, making it trigger the Faded, and then when we attack, support Fiora, so Fiora is actually 5/5. I mean, I think he has Momentous Choice, but then at least Fiora won't die. And we also level up Pantheon and get this one to 5/5, which seems decent. Because with a 5/5, if he plays only Momentous Choice, it still won't kill. So he will need like Wuju style, and then he can kill one of the two. I mean, that's not great, but at least he can kill both and completely overrun us here. Oh, either he doesn't have them or he doesn't play them. Either seem unlikely, so I'm just going to assume he doesn't have them. Because why wouldn't you want to save your Nami here? I don't see a reason for that. Alright, interesting at least. Now here we might play Wandering Shepherd on Fiora. If we get her quick attack, that would be really good. I'm suspecting he's going to do something about that though. So that's probably not going to work. Let's pass, and if he does do Momentous Choice into something, I can single combat to make sure it dies. But we can still do that if we play Wandering Shepherd here though. It just seems better. Ooh, getting a little bit of on health on Fiora would be nice, so she lives a bit longer. Although the Scout Weapon is amazing, I think our field would want us to play the Pot of Pain here. He's just going to pass, that's fine, because we've targeted an ally. So now we... Like playing Pantheon here seems good. But it will allow him to put like Nami or Shelly down, which I don't like. If we were to attack here, we could do it like this. Would level Fiora. We could do it like that. Then this seems better. And then if he buffs Lee Sin, buffing Lee Sin always seems to hurt us here. Let's play Pantheon. I'm not sure what the best play here is, I'll be honest. I'm just going with this. Okay, if this is the play, then we're fine. So yeah, now we can also do some spicy things. Like the elusive, we don't like that. Scout unit is whatever. But now we could do something like this, this.
Cradle the air in your lungs and the love in your heart. Live.
Like, is there a way we win with Fiora? I don't think so, right? We win by killing the Nexus, and then this is the best play. Yeah. Because he will need to buff the attack here to kill Fiora. He doesn't yet. He's just going to block damage, because that would be fine. He only has one remaining, so he cannot, even with Momentous Choice, this will only have 7 health. So we can actually kill Lee Sin here with single combat. And then Fiora will be leveled. Yeah. Or he can buff the attack to just let them both die, but he appears to have none of them. No Momentous Choice, no Wuju Styles. Cool. Even after drawing.
Too easy.
Cool. We're going to keep this for next turn. We don't really need to play it here. Another single combat. I'm not sure if that's going to help us a lot. We want to save Fiora here. She will lose the weapon, but if we give her tough, at least she'll survive the card. And it also activates levels Pantheon, and it activates our Pill Cascade. So this just seems good. What do we got? Challenger, Fury, Regeneration, Quick Attack, and Tough. Not the best keywords. We just want to pass. We don't really have anything we can do. Like if he has another heavy metal on Fiora, we can Pill Cascade her. You can also Pill Cascade one of these to get the faded buff. If he plays something, maybe we single combat. There's options. 4 mana left. He could still have so the card he drew, he still has it. So it could still be a Momentous Choice or Wuju Style. That's why I'm not entirely sure if I want to single combat this with Pantheon. He'll probably wants to attack here, right? Alright, that will send it back to the hand, which will either make him replay it. Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to pass. He plays Nami now.
I am the Tide Caller. I will drive back the darkness.
Okay. A little confused. We're definitely single targeting that. I mean, Wuju Style and Momentous Choice both aren't enough to kill a Pantheon here, so I think this is just
hide for a moment, run forever.
We could also fade it above this, see what we draw. If we draw another minion, we can put it down so we can get more threats to his face. Seems decent. Because next turn, it really depends on what we draw, if we can even activate the Pill Cascade, so. Because I'm not sure if I want to play this. Ooh, this is actually excellent. We can even play this turn. Oh, this is great. Let's put it on Fiora. Challenge the elusive one. Oh, I don't really care. Yeah, right, nice. Heimer Norra, also a deck that sees a lot of play now. I believe this deck is favored into it, especially because of cards like Broadwing and Fiora getting rid of their... both get rid of their Norra. Fiora also threatens their Heimerdinger. And then we have our real threats. Most of them also have Spell Shield, or can give them Spell Shield. Except for the second Broadwing, this hand is decent. At least we have like ways to deal with Norra, and the way to deal with Heimerdinger. I'm just going to... Like most of the time he will just put down the 2/2 or a Conjologist, and it's not worth... It's worth attacking first for 1 damage, I think. And also this way he might think we don't have Broadwing yet and play Norra.
Home is just around the portal.
Which will be bad news for him.
It's in a hop.
Is there a world where I want to play Ayula this turn? Or do I just save mana for next turn? We're not really leveling Pantheon with this hand right now. That feels bad. We can also just play this. Yeah, let's just do it. Next turn maybe we play Fiora even. Just make sure we get rid of it. Although, well, could play Vengeance or Minimorph. Minimorph doesn't help when we only challenge, but... Let's just play Fiora.
Save your worlds. We speak with
He will want to
blades.
remove it.
You dropped something.
I dropped everything.
He doesn't so far. So the strike. So yeah, this can attack that. This, like,
I will cut you
the
down.
danger. We don't really want to challenge the 3/2 with Fiora because then he still has 2 mana for Pokestick or Val Feast.
Try me.
Like, getting it damage doesn't matter because we could guide it and touch it, but we don't want it to die this turn. So this seems good. He might ping this off though. So maybe we just switch them around like this. Keeps him like a bigger threat. Yeah. Although, no, wait. No. Hate Spike kills Fiora then. Let's just do it like this. Alright, that's fine. That's fine either way. Although, well, it would have been better. But we can also Guiding Touch the Broadwing if we really want to. Which, with this thing on board, well, we might. Let's see.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
If we give Fiora Spell Shield, next turn we can we can Guiding Touch Pill Cascade and get rid of him, and he has to have Vengeance and something, and he doesn't, so we're doing it.
The dead do not want us to mourn, but live.
Yep, and around. Now we Guiding Touch this one, so it can kill the 3/3. It will cascade this, so it will be able to kill Heimer. And then this can just attack. Yeah. That's fine. He does have a Poké Stick, but that's all he has. That's fine.
Nothing but cheap toys and tricks.
I think we're just going to give Faded to the Saga Seeker. We don't need to use Guiding Touch now. We can use it next turn on Fiora if we want to. Just keep free mana for next turn. Seems fine. This is a nice minion for Fiora to attack into if he doesn't play. Oh. Another Heimerdinger though. We can play Lodestone on Fiora to challenge that. But we don't have any ways to give our spell shield at this moment, unfortunately. We can still Concerted Strike. Like... especially now. Like for free mana, there's nothing you can do about it. We can just Concerted Strike with these and then this. This gets the kill.
Easy.
Is it worth giving it spell shield? It might. If he has Vengeance or Minimorph and he doesn't have a ping, it will be very strong. And we don't have Pantheons drawn yet. Currently, this is our best win condition at this moment, right now. Like in the long term, we're gonna finish on damage. We already cleared 2 Heimerdingers. He does have Poké Stick. It's a little bit unfortunate. We can just attack with everything, and Fiora will grab. Oh wait, we have Lodestones, and must not forget about them. I think we go Fiora first because we're expecting her to die to something. We like big units and we cannot lie. And we just put it like this. That seems fine. And then if he uses Vengeance or Minimorph on this, then we're going to use Guiding Touch on this and see what we draw. Yep. He does have it. It still kills it though because of the Darkening Lodestone. All favorable traits, and then it gets damaged and we can just Guiding Touch on it. We could have done before, but now it actually heals the unit. Well, we might as well put it down. No. Do they play Ruination? Might have kept it in hand just for the Ruination, but I'm not sure if they play it. We're just passing here because they still have mana for Ruination.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
And if they do, we will just put all our minions down after that. Okay, now we can put something down. He doesn't draw any yet. This seems like a game we should be able to win. Now, sure. I'm just gonna play Goat here. It's the strongest minion in our hands currently. We already have a Faded minion on on board that we're not even targeting this turn. He does draw one now. We definitely want to get rid of that. So yeah, this still has a lodestone and this still has a lodestone. Like, buffing this doesn't seem to be doing much because he could still have Vengeance or other mini-morphs. We don't want to buff Fiora because it might be killed. So I think we're looking at the other units, especially things that could be killed by blocking. So we buff this so it can die from being blocked by that. And then I think we just spread the damage a little bit. Wait, this doesn't... This has lodestone, but it doesn't do anything anymore. Oh, okay. So it's silenced. The lodestone weapon will be silenced. Alright. Interesting. Didn't know that. Something like this seems fine. Oh, it does. But it just didn't show. That's interesting. I didn't know it worked like that, but... strange. He doesn't use Vengeance or Minimorph here. Am I gonna use Fiora spell to try and get lethal here? It feels like a bait, right? But why wouldn't he play removal on his own? Like, what could his hand possibly be that he doesn't do it here? We already had 2 Heimerdingers. Only put 1 Norra down, I believe. We could have Norras to play after this. I'm just gonna put him down to 1 and we'll see after that. We can just play the gem on the Saga Seeker and we'll be fine. Let him... Like, I don't see how he survives my next attack round. But we'll see. I also haven't drawn any of my Pantheons yet and I'm almost halfway through the deck. This gives him a lot of blockers though and I don't have any overwhelm. He's also already halfway through the deck though. And we've only seen 1 mini-morph yet. He has to play it more than that, right? We just pass. We don't... There's nothing we really want to play here. Fiora is still 3 off. And single combat only gives him 1. Tellstone's going to crumble something. If it crumbles Fiora, we can just play another one. If it crumbles something else. Like if it crumbles Saga Seeker, we can play the Horazi. We don't care about that either. This is fine. We just play another one.
Save your worlds. We speak with blades.
He needs more blockers. He can draw them, but why would he Pokestick on this? He's putting damage on it. He doesn't play red region, so I don't see any use in this. I mean, I think he just draws, but if he's just gonna draw, why wouldn't he put it on here so he can actually kill it with Foul Feast or next Pokestick? I'm confused. Like, is there a reason for me to use Chain Vest here? I mean, when else are we ever going to use it? Let's just use it. We'll see. I mean, it's the last Fiora. It's the only unit that really could need it in this matchup, I think. Golden Aegis is nice, because then we can attack twice. We didn't get the snow hair. Oh no, that's so sad. So we don't want him to have too many good trades. So putting this on 3 health and putting this on 3 health, and then attacking with everything else. And putting one of the blockers with 3 attack here. So you can only kill 2 things with this and this. We want to keep as many units alive, so our Golden Aegis actually does something here.
I was always mortal.
You face a ghost.
Collect the shiny things.
Yep. That's fine.
Right, Caracas.
Still didn't use any vengeance or mini morph here.
What seems to be the problem?
Just use it on there so we get the Veda trigger. There's no reason for me, like we don't really care. Like if he has Val Feast and we did it on this, he can still remove it when we play it, so there's no use in that. What is he going to do now? Like he could play this as a blocker, I guess. Single strike's actually like interesting now, so we can remove a blocker. And also, like, I think he went for the Kindred spell. Then he has to play it here, and then we can just attack, and I think we win almost always. Yeah. It's fine, because you can only play one of them this turn. Yeah. Right. Well, that's 4 wins in a row. Deck seems good. So yeah, that's it for today. We won 4 games in a row. I'm definitely going to do some more testing with this deck. It seems very strong. I'm definitely thinking about including this in my lineup for seasonals next Saturday, which I'm also going to be making a video about. So I'm not sure when it's going to be released because I really want to focus on the seasonals when I'm playing it, but I'll definitely record it and bring it out afterwards. And you might be seeing more gameplay of this deck because it felt really strong today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely play this deck if you need to get more ranks up to make it to the cut, if you're also trying to get qualified for seasonals. And if you just want to win some games, you can also definitely play this deck. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.